Step right up, folks! Your dream come true! Give a wedgie just 25 cents!
Wedgies?
Happy Wedgie Wednesday, community. I am, of course, your lovely and wedgieful host, Joctavius. We are back again with another video, and I hope everybody's having a great Wedgie Wednesday so far. So for those that didn't know, I was very fortunate enough to be able to travel to go to this event called Nerds vs. Bullies at Cell Block Shy. I definitely will make a video on this, but I want to just give a shout out to Mission Control 7 for just putting this event together. Not only is he the organizer of this, but he is a part of course, the future of our community. So I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of why all this is possible. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what does this have to do with the video? Well, after I went to that event, I left feeling like Dr. Frog.
Sweet dental floss that shapes!
I'm talking about my bruises. I mean cheeks. You know, jocks don't wear bruise, you know. My cheeks were chafing. There we go. From all the boxer wedgies I got. And so it prompted me to ask the timeline, what is your aftercare for wedgies? I can't tell you how many dudes have told me how much pain they would be in after a meetup or even in solo content, but yet they have no clue on how to properly aftercare. So that is why we're here today making this video. Disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. These are just things that I've tried in the past, things I've heard other people say that work for them, and I'm just sharing our own thoughts and opinions. So baseline, what is aftercare? Well, aftercare is a nursing back to health and or checking in with your partner to make sure that they are okay. To apply this to wedgies, this could be as simple as you just checking in on your sub or your buddy and making sure that they are okay, or asking if they need anything like ice or anything. So as a dom, how I do this is I always just kind of kick my subs back into the wild, just joking of course. I always ask them afterwards, are they okay? I give them compliments and I ask them if they have any bruising or cuts and immediately take care of them. Some people may see this as being a little too soft, but I feel like you're never too hard to care, especially if you're slingshotting fabric up somebody's ass, like come on now. Why is aftercare necessary? Well, it comes with a few reasons and benefits. The first is faster recovery time. A treated bruise will always heal faster than an untreated bruise. The second is a less increased chance of permanent injury. I've heard many times of people in the community that have had permanent injuries to this day that still last there. And the third is that it improves your overall experience of life. We all know after serious stretching that you're not going to really sit well for the next couple of days. And if you have work or someplace where you need to focus, this is not okay. So you need to make sure that you take care of this ASAP. Now, I'm sure most of you are asking, how do I know if I need aftercare? Well, pain. Another tip is if you lost a lot of blood in your bruise, which probably shouldn't happen, usually you'll get a little bit of blood, but if you see a lot, I'll probably take care of that because that's most likely a cut and you don't want to play with cuts. The last thing is, does this inhibit your life? If it does, maybe it's time for some aftercare, yeah? For a bruise, you might need to do some light yoga or stretching. Doms, you may feel this more so in your back. Subs, you may feel this all over. Stretching increases blood flow, which hopefully will increase more blood flow into the muscle that is affected and hopefully help your recovery process. Just try your best to stay away from this type of stretching. Who doesn't like a nice massage? If stretching might be a little too strenuous for you, you could always try to go for a massage. It still helps with the blood flow. I ain't responsible for what happens afterwards, just an FYI. If you feel like that you have had some form of bruising, make sure that you use ice for up to 20 minutes and then take it off for 20. Be sure to never put the ice directly on the body and to always wrap it in cloth. After 48 hours, if you haven't seen any changes in swelling or the bruising, just try a little bit of heat, but don't use too much. If the pain is so unbearable, you can always try using ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is used for minor aches and pains throughout the body, including your muscles. It's also something that I think we all kind of have in our medicine cabinet. While this can give you some really quick relief, I will advise you to make sure to always read the label and not to take more than what is prescribed. Lastly, sometimes the best medicine is time. The best way for our bodies to always heal is to give it rest when it needs to, and more importantly, sleep. So make sure that you're always getting about 7 to 9 hours of sleep, which if you're a homer, I don't know what to tell you, but you better rest it off. Now let's get on to the cuts. If you have a cut, you want to make sure that you always clean it with cool running water and you want to wash around the wound. Never wash inside the wound. You want to make sure that you apply some antibacterial ointment and petroleum jelly to make sure that you keep the cut moisturized. You'll then of course wrap it up with a band-aid or some kind of gauze and cover the wound. Be sure to change the band-aid daily so that you can also check to make sure it hasn't got infected. But yeah, y'all, those are my suggestions. I hope that this video encourages us all to be more safer in our playtime and hopefully share with each other our little wedgie secrets. What is your go-to aftercare routine after a meetup or just solo content? Drop it in the comments. If there is some content that you would like to see more of, please drop it also in the comments. Please be sure to give this video a like and a share so that more people can see this video. Again, at 1,000 subs, we will have something planned for you all, so be sure to subscribe. Be sure to follow us on social media so that you can stay up to date with our events and operations. I am your lovely wedgieful host, Joctavius. Please have a great rest of your Wedgie Wednesday, and as always, stay wedgied. Thank you, y'all.